ghostly horde approached the castle gates as a ruinous multitude of malice, but the king was prepared. For the blue wizard had warned him. There will be danger.
You're one of those curators, right? Is that what I call you? Your job's just to make sure I don't steal any of these paintings, correct?
I source, locate, purchase, and hang works of art.
Good. So basically, you're a glorified security guard, then, if I'm understanding correctly.
If you're thinking about stealing these works of art, please know I've worked very hard curating them.
Oh, I wasn't going to steal. I was going to make you an offer. How much for the Van Gogh?
I have a degree in art history, so I am qualified to hear your offer and decide if it is beneficial for the museum.
I'm happy to hear it. Good. I was curious about that Van Gogh.
Oh, yes. That's one of our most prized possessions. You know, Van Gogh was a very important painter.
Would you take $55 for it?
55 American dollars is more than I've ever seen in my entire life. This is a priceless work of art.
Yes, it's actually embarrassing to say it, but he's an ancestor of mine. You see, my name is Paul Van Gogh.
What an honor it is to have you here in my gallery. I wish to curate you.
I'm sorry, you want to put me in your museum?
I'm going to nail you to the wall directly across from your grandfather's work.
Did I say Paul Van Gogh? I meant Paul Picasso.
Even better, I've already got a Picasso nailed to the wall.
Fuck a duck.
Oh, Lord, you told him you were a Picasso, didn't you?
I lied about being a Van Gogh to try to get nailed to that wall, but I chose the wrong lie. I should have claimed that I was related to an artist who was not valuable nor displayed in this museum.
I did the same thing. I claimed to be a Van Dyke, and then when they wanted to collect me, I was like, no, Picasso. And that was the first thing. And then yeah, it was like a matter of minutes. Here I am. It could be worse. My old job was way worse. I was a taxi driver, and this is way less stress.
Yeah, I suppose so. They feed us then, at least?
They come by 3 times a day with a nutritious mush. They squirt it directly into our mouths. It doesn't even require any chewing.
I'm glad they didn't, put nails in us or something like Jesus style. I'm glad we got these little, pauldron things, attached to the wall. At least that more humane way to hang us and display us.
They're curators, not monsters.
I thought I was just on Easy Street when I was all like, hey, my name is Paul Monet. Can I purchase this painting for $55? And they let me have it. And so I thought I'd try the same shtick over here, and look where it got me. The goddamn wall.
Yeah, they don't mess around here in Bosnia. Grant, I have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you.
I'm listening.
I have procured, through great danger to my own personal safety, a living dodo egg.
A dodo egg.
You
we
use
thought
this.
They were all gone. Now this is the discovery.
You sit on this, you warm it properly. 6 to 8 weeks, one living dodo.
All I have to do is incubate the egg, and then I have a dodo bird. I like it very much.
I'm so happy to hear you say that, as when I give this to you, my debt to you will be officially repaid.
Well, I'll just hand it over then, and I'll see about that.
Can you feel it pulsating within your fingers?
My God, the power of the dodo, it flows through this egg. I'm a very happy man today. But we have a little issue with, let's say, you're dead. You see, you are the only one who knows that I have a dodo bird. I cannot let loose ends go I cannot let such loose ends exist.
Oh, I see where this is going.
You're also the only one who knows that I come from a very strange place in between France and Italy, where there speaks this very particular dialect.
I come from the same place.
So, your debt may be paid, but we still have, problems.
You cannot end my life. Grant, you cannot, because I am in possession of this.
You have a full-grown dodo? You already had an egg you incubated? You lied to me.
Everyone knows you cannot get a dodo egg unless you have a dodo.
I didn't know that. I did not know which came first, the dodo or the dodo egg. This has never been resolved. It is a question as old as time itself.
See, everyone says which came first, the chicken or the egg. But people, they do not say which came first, a chicken or a chicken egg. Because reptiles were laying eggs for thousands of years before a chicken came into being. But dodo or dodo egg, they're both very specific. And we also know the answer. The answer is dodo come first. Did that make any sense? That was circuitous, and I apologize.
No, the first part was very interesting. I did not realize, but of course the egg would come first, because of course it came from dinosaurs. And for that matter, the dodo probably also came from the dinosaurs.
That...
Just like I came from a very particular place, and I guarantee everyone there speaks just like this.
It's interesting you bring up dinosaurs, because this is how I have recreated the dodo.
What?
Dino DNA.
Where did you get the dino DNA?
Oh, you're never going to believe this. But in Baltic amber, there were mosquitoes preserved, which inside them had dinosaur blood that they had sucked from a dinosaur. I then used a team of scientists to reconstruct the dino DNA. And then I injected it into a fossilized dodo corpse.
This plot, it is sounding strangely familiar. And so basically from there, it's just like Jurassic Park, just beat for beat, it's just like Jurassic Park, but it's set in this weird town right between France and Italy. And we'll only release the movie in regions that never got Jurassic Park, so they don't already know the plot, so we don't know what's ripping it off.
Okay. This sounds like it can't lose.
Right? I will admit, I have sold you some stinkers. Many stinkers. But, you know, a screenwriter's got to eat, so here I am. What do you think?
Yeah, look, I admit we lost a lot of money on Piranaconda.
But
okay.
Piranaconda 2, when it was not made by us and different creative team who knew what they were doing and only released on Sci-Fi, it got several thousand views.
We also lost millions of dollars on that series of commercials that you had set on like Jupiter's moons or some shit.
That was a long time ago. I barely remember that. But rings a bell.
Yeah, we lost a lot of money. I've risked millions of dollars on you.
Look, it doesn't have to be a ripoff of Jurassic Park, except the animal that they bring back to life is the dodo bird, and it's set between France and Italy in a small, weird region where nobody's accent is consistent. It could also be this exact same plot, but set in Bosnia.
Is that even a real place?
I don't know. I have an American education.
Do it. But the dodo must go on a rampage at some point. I will not budge on this.
I mean, I can change a few things. I mean, there was a scene where they're going to ride him around and joust, and they're both riding giant dodos, but I can scrap that scene, and instead the dodo, like the big monster dodo, the queen dodo, gets loose and causes a rampage if you want.
with jousting dodo, I can see like video game possibilities.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Just re-release that 80s game Joust, but put in dodos.
We'll just release the game in areas that never got that game originally, and they'll have no idea. And I don't care how many millions of dollars you've lost us in the past. It's all going to be made up for right now.
Thanks, Tom. Can I borrow $10 to go get a sandwich? Honey, do you know what we sound like here in Bosnia? I have watched movies to try to help. I have watched that Borat film. Do we sound like that? I have watched things all across Europe, but nobody is consistent. What does a Bosnian supposed to sound like?
There are some things that people will never know.
Well, enough about that. Would you like to play this new video game about jousting dodo birds? It is latest in video game technology here in Bosnia.
You are blowing my mind up right now.
I think I hear the giant dodo queen. Quick, jump on our dodo mount so we can joust it to death.
How ironic. One dodo to kill another dodo.
We're gonna make them all extinct, just like our film careers.
This time, dodos will stay extinct.
Hell,
Catchphrase.
and it's personal. Because dodos killed my family. That was my backstory. I mentioned it earlier in the film in the clunky exposition.
I myself am a one-dimensional hero character with no backstory.
They only cast me because I can do this smoldering look.
And there will be crossbows. There will be crossbows.